Hey everyone, I'm Dana. Today we're going to do a workout with a ball. If you don't have a ball, I recommend grabbing a towel and just folding that towel up halfways and then rolling it up so you have something to work with here. You can also use a yoga brick if that feels available to you today. I'll kind of mention as we go how we can use each prop, but I'm going to use a ball. I've deflated it a lot, most of it. And you'll see that it's better once we start to move. So grab your prop, whatever it may be, and come to lie down on your back with me. Taking your time, you're going to come with your knees bent, your feet flat, your shoulders rest wide on the mat. Close your eyes. Beginning with your breath, letting the shoulders smile to the ceiling. The breath begins to move into your ribs, breathing into your stage on an inhale, filling up the front of the ribs, the sides of the ribs, and the backs of the ribs. On the inhale, you'll breathe in and expand. And on the exhale, release out the mouth, letting the jaw hang and the breath release. Do that again. Breathing in, front of the ribs, sides of the ribs, back of the ribs on your inhale. Exhale it out. One more. Hands rest on top of your belly. Breathe into your belly. Breathe in. Exhale out. Slowing the breath down so we can get deeper into our abdominals, into our core support. One more. Good. Opening the eyes, taking your ball or your whatever you have. Brick can also work. Towel can work as well. Place it underneath your sacrum. So right underneath the sacrum. It's not going to be at the lowest part of your butt and it's not going to be in your lumbar curve. It's right underneath the pelvic bowl. Find that spot. Soften the shoulders down. Press into the palms, hug belly to spine. On your exhale, you're going to tuck the tail, you're going to swing the low back towards the mat or maybe into the ball or the brick, and then release to neutral. If you're on the ball, you're going to feel this big swinging action, so much bigger than what we have when we're just on the mat. And play with that. Let this tailbone tuck under, let your low back imprint towards the floor, and then release back to neutral. Last one, exhale to do the tuck. Inhale to release to neutral. Now in neutral, you're going to work. You're going to send abdominals around your spine like a corset. You're going to draw that right knee into tabletop and then your left knee to meet it. Soften the shoulders, open up the throat. Tap your right toes towards the end of your mat. Exhale, lift. Left, exhale, lift. Now as we start to move with the prop underneath our pelvis, I want you to breathe into the backs of your ribs. And the backs of your ribs are heavy, so we're not arching through the spine. We're still so connected, creating length and finding decompression. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale. 2 more sets. Inhale, exhale to lift. Inhale to tap, exhale to lift. Last one. Find your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Take a moment. Squeeze your legs together, your big toes, your ankles. Legs lever halfway away to the floor. Exhale, slow to come in. Work that long lumbar spine. So these exercises can either be easy or hard. And if you're finding that it's easy, I want you to look for a stronger core and a longer back. So I don't want any rounding in your back line as you draw the knees up and into you. Almost imagine like you're sitting back in a chair and you're going to keep that butt back towards the end of the chair. Last one. Good. Take a moment. Place 1 foot at a time to the mat. Let the shoulders rock down the back and rock your head side to side. Breathing in, noticing if you're holding tension in the shoulders or the neck or the jaw. And letting that go. Coming back to center, softening the shoulders, pressing into the palms, hug belly to spine. Right knee floats into tabletop, left knee floats to meet it. This time you're going to reach your right leg long to 45 degrees, flex the foot. Reach the leg a little bit lower, hold it there. Now you're going to lower and lift the leg. 3 inches up, 3 inches down. Reach out the inner heel, the leg gets longer as you lift up. Hug belly to spine. We're working the length of our psoas now, our deep support. 2 and 1. Hold it there, get a little longer. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. 1 more breath. And then bend that knee into tabletop. Other side, good work. Inhale to prepare, hug belly to spine. Exhale, lengthen your left leg long. Flex the foot, lower it down a few inches. Soften the shoulders. Lower down and up. 3 inches down, 3 inches up. Flex the foot, get longer out the leg. Hug your abdomen to your spine. And notice the backs of your ribs sliding to the mat, creating that opposition to make your body even longer, even more supported. 3. Beautiful. 2. And 1. You're going to hold it there. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Get longer. 1 more breath. Bend the knee. Pause. Bring your heels together, your toes apart. Flex your feet. You're in a frog. Your knees are as wide as your armpits. Press your palms down. Press your heels together. Point the toes, extend the legs. Flex the feet, pull in. Point and extend. Flex and pull in. And really push those heels together. Notice how those inner thighs have to do some work. 5, 4, drop that butt back into the ball. Use the ball to give you more abdominal contraction. So you're pressing your sacrum back into the ball as if the sacrum is glued to the floor and it's trying to be pulled even deeper down towards the mat. 1, hold it there. Heel taps for 10, 9, 8. Quick staccato heel taps, breathing into the back of the shoulders. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soften the knees, bring them into the chest. Let your low back round. Let it feel yummy and good. Big inhale, big exhale. Bring the feet down to the mat. Press into your feet, take the ball away, and place it in between your inner thighs. Holding the ball, now not quite at the knees, in between the knees and the pubic bone. Walk your feet close enough so you can squeeze the ball. And pressing the palms down, making sure the feet are close enough to the seat so that you feel them right underneath. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, you're going to tuck the tail like we just did on the ball. Now, press into the ball a little bit with your inner thighs. Roll your spine up into a long bridge. At the top, I want you to extend your hips to the ceiling, slide your abs back, and send your sitting bones into your hamstrings. Big opening through the front of the hips, making sure those big toes are pressing into the mat. Hug belly to spine, shoulders drop down, ribs drop down. Good work. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the tail, rolling down your spine, pressing into the feet, creating length as you move down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, tuck the tail, rolling up, peeling your spine up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Squeeze the ball at the top. Tuck the tail without overly squeezing your butt. I know this is challenging. I want you to tuck the tail, send your sitting bones into your hamstrings, open up the front of your hips, ribs slide back, hug belly to spine, squeeze the ball a little more, and then roll down through your spine. 1 vertebrae at a time, create length and go nice and slow. Last one, inhale. Exhale, tuck the tail, use your breath. Finding a juicy, mobile spine. At the top, you're going to hold it. Again, tuck the tailbone under a little more. Hug belly to spine, and then you're going to pulse the knees into the ball and release for 10, 9, 8. Soften the shoulders. Open up the throat. Soften your face. Press into your big toes. Find those inner thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to hold the squeeze. Lower the hips down an inch, lift up an inch for 10, 9, 8. Soften the shoulders. Breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the hips up, squeeze the ball. And slowly go even slower. Roll down your spine like a long line of pearls returning to the floor. Release pelvis into neutral. Take the ball to the side. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock a little side to side. Let it go. Good work. Take your time. We're going to grab the ball. You're going to come up to sit just halfway. And if you have a towel, this works really well with the towel. If you have a brick, this won't work so well. You can do it without. Always an option to do these exercises without the prop. Take the ball at the bottom edge of your shoulder blades, right at the bra line for women. And you're going to just come with your head resting on the mat. Let your shoulders relax. Let your chest open up. Enjoy this beautiful back bend. Hugging belly to spine and noticing how your upper body, your ribs are expanding open to the ceiling. Bring your elbows into cactus pose or goal post. Breathe open into your chest. Allow your shoulders to just really slide back to the mat. Again, enjoying this opening of the throat as much as you're enjoying the opening of the chest, the heart space. When you're ready, send your arms up to the ceiling. Lift your shoulders up and down, feeling the movement of the shoulder blades without moving the head or the neck. 2 more. On 1, soften your shoulders around your back. Bend your elbows. Interlock the hands at the base of your skull like a hammock for your head. Once you're there, let your head rest in your hands. Hug your low belly to the spine. Inhale, exhale, nod the chin, swing your ribs back, and come into your curl. Now, using your prop is really beautiful here. You can come up a little higher than you might normally. And I want you to pay attention that we're not jamming our low back into the mat. You still have a long lumbar spine, really working our upper abs. You're going to exhale up an inch, inhale down an inch. And the biggest thing I see in this position is the desire to come very high, and then you sacrifice form. So you might pull at the head, you might round at the back, and that feels like, oh yeah, I'm coming into my crunch. But for these, I want you to focus on your alignment. So your pelvis does not round, and you're looking for length rather than compression. So we're decompressing ourselves as we strengthen our upper abs. 4, exhale. Soften the shoulders. 2. Last one, you're going to hold it at the top. Breathe in and out. 5. Come a little higher. 4. Again, think about length, shooting the head away from the pelvis, and then releasing the head all the way down on 1. Take an inhale. Soften the shoulders. Elbows can open wide. And then when you're ready, elbows come back into your vision. You're going to nod that chin. You're going to swing your ribs back to lift up. At the top, soften your shoulders again. Press your head back into your hands. Softening into this, take an inhale. On your exhale, you're going to draw your right knee into tabletop and then draw your left knee to meet it. Take your time. Right, reach your right toes to the mat. Exhale, lift. Left toes. 3 more sets. Keep your head nice and lifted without pulling at your neck. Use your low abs to slide back and support your lumbar spine. 2. Come a little higher. Last one. And 1. Squeeze the knees together. Come up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. You got it. 6. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring 1 foot at a time to the floor. Release your head, release your elbows. Take a breath here. Rock your head side to side. Good work, you guys. One last thing. Big inhales, big exhales to release and relax before we move. Hands support you at the base of your skull, elbows in your vision, shoulders down the back. Inhale, hug belly to spine. Exhale, nod the chin, curling up. At the top, I want you to pause. Draw your shoulders down your back. Draw your right knee into tabletop position, and then draw your left knee in to meet it. The knees will lever a few inches away as your head reaches a few inches away and back. Exhale, everything comes back in. For 10. Exhale in. Again, we're looking for length rather than compression. So what do you have to do to stay long and supported through your spine, through your center line? 6. 5. Move into those shakes. 4. Keep breathing. 3. 2. 1. Hold it. Tuck the tail, drawing your knees in towards your elbows. Release. Do it again. Tuck the tail, draw your knees in. Your low back reaches to the mat. Release to neutral. 5. 4. Keep breathing. Squeeze those knees together, using the support of your low belly. Head stays where it started. Last one. Come into it, squeeze, and then release the feet, release the head. Take your time, reaching your legs long, one at a time. And then your arms reach all the way overhead. Nice and long stretch. Breathe into the opening of your abs. Inhales and exhales to release any holding, any tension. One more big inhale, one more big exhale. Pull your heels away from your fingertips. Create even more length. And then your arms are going to float into your vision. You're going to tuck the tail. On this first roll up, I want you to take your hands to your thighs. Nod the chin. Hands go to the sides of the thighs. Use it. Squeeze your abdominals back as you reach forward to lift up. Now, if that felt like enough, continue with that. If you'd like to continue without your hands, we'll do 2 more. Inhale, sit up tall, lift your heart. Exhale, heels press down, tuck the tail, rolling down your spine. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, nod the chin, hug belly to spine, pull the abdominals back as you reach to the toes. Stack your spine up, soften the shoulders, push your heels down into the mat, go slow, pulling the abdomen back, finding your ball. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, nod the chin, hug belly to spine, reach up and towards the toes. Once you finish that last one, release your head, take this forward fold over towards your knees. Keep flexing the feet if you can. Hands can rest on the knees, the shins, the ankles, the toes, wherever you feel comfortable, and just taking another breath. Sitting up nice and tall, coming to sit, and taking the ball to your right side. We're going to use it for a side bend. So crossing the legs if that feels comfortable. If that doesn't feel great, you can lengthen the legs even harder in my opinion. Or you can sit up on something. So grabbing a bolster, a brick, something to sit your butt on. Sit up tall, hug belly to spine, extend the arms out into a T. Your right hand is going to land on your ball. The left hand is going to lift. As you press down into the ball, you're going to roll it a few inches away, pushing into your ball. Lifting up through the left ribs, pressing out of that right shoulder so that right shoulder is not sneaking to the ear, and breathing here for 3 breaths, opening up your ribs towards the left and up to the sky. 2, pressing down. 1, lifting up and switching to the other side. Taking the ball to your left hand, reaching the arms out first, and then taking the hand down to the ball. Lifting up, hug belly to spine. Now press and roll the ball a few inches away, and then lift your right ribs up to the sky, soften the shoulders. Breathe into this expansion into the right side body. You can either keep your gaze towards the front or up towards the sky. See what feels best. Soften your shoulders, lift up and out of those left ribs. 1 more breath. Big inhale. Big exhale, lift all the way back up. Good. Taking the hands on top of the knees, soften the shoulders down the back. Close your eyes. Take a big breath here in center. Just noticing how the body feels, finding your alignment. Maybe you feel a little more supported. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time.